Yo, what's good, guys? I'm here back with another video, and today we're going to be hopping into another defense in Madden 25. Today we're going to be running the mid-blitz zero out of the nickel double mug formation. There's a really effective way to run this blitz, and it can be very, very good, very frustrating to play up against. So we will show the blitz, we'll show a way to run some coverage defense behind it. But overall, I think this defense is definitely one of the best to run early in the year. It's not bad run defense either. And overall, it just makes playing offense very frustrating, very difficult with kind of the state of offense at this point, and how difficult it is to stop in general. Having something like this in your back pocket definitely makes life a little bit easier for you. So we are in the New York Jets defensive playbook. It's in a lot of different playbooks as well. I like Jets. Personnel-wise, you could throw safeties at linebacker if you'd like. Get your fastest guys on the outside here. I don't know that these are the fastest guys, but Micah Parsons is fast. Other than that, personnel-wise, get some good safeties here. These are going to be your user. And yeah, without further ado, we're running mid-blitz zero in the middle there. Offensively, we're going to be in a bunch X nasty, which I think was kind of the best representation of a meta formation we could run in the Jags playbook. Obviously, there's bunch, there's trips. It should be pretty good against all of them, so keep that in mind. Anyways, we are going to hop into it now. So the blitz setup is going to be relatively simple. The first thing that I like to do defensively is going to be press my defensive backs. That is going to be Y or triangle down on the left analog stick. Anytime you're running a crazy man blitz, you're trying to get quick pressure, pressing is going to be your better option. It just looks a little bit more intimidating. It makes it a lot tougher to just get rid of the ball quickly on a quick drag, slant, out route, etc. And I think it just fits the mold a little bit better. So you're going to do that. The next thing you're going to do is crash down, which is going to actually be slanting inside. So we're going to slant inside, and that's going to leave the player to look like this. And the last thing we're going to do is actually use our Malik Hooker here. And Malik Hooker is going to be the safety that is manned up on the running back. That's always going to be the person you use when you do rush the 6 people. It's going to be Malik Hooker, and he's always going to be manned up on the running back. If the play was flipped, you would just run it the other way. So we're going to go through, snap the ball here, and boom, we get some really good pressure there. Now, ideally, you kind of want to get those guys through the middle to be the ones to get pressure, but what this blitz creates is some kind of weird block sheds. I mean, look at the players instantly just bounce around in the middle here. You see we get a little looping action. So take a look at how Eric Kendricks and I think Marquise Bell, it's those two linebackers in the middle, how they bounce off. So they take the guards, and what is that going to leave? That's going to leave a loop. So it doesn't actually work in this case, probably because Osa is so slow, I might actually replace him. But over here on the left, it does create the left tackle to force over there. We get both loopers free. So again, we rush 6 against 5. We got 2 people free. I'm going to replace Odigizua there just to get a little bit more speed, because if we can get that guy to get through, that would be ideal. Who's a little bit more athletic? Marcus Nealand, I think, would be a little bit more athletic. Or we could honestly put DeMarcus Lawrence there. We could put a linebacker here. I don't know. It's fine. So we'll leave it like that. We'll go back into it. You can leave auto flip on for this as well. I didn't mention that, but you could do that. We'll talk about a little bit of coaching adjustments that you can do a little bit later as well. So again, we're going to press, and then you're just going to slant your D-line inside. Again, I like using him. I do like throwing my user on a little blitz here. It doesn't really matter, but it's up to you. And again, you get really quick pressure through the middle. I'm trying to get an example to show you where the linebacker actually does get free. So we'll try and get that here. And sometimes the blitz won't work. It's fine. It's not going to work every single time. And even when it doesn't work, you should still get a little bit of pressure. So do keep that in mind. I think I want to be a little bit closer. Now again, of course, you are using the player that is on the running back, so be aware of that, of course. Not sure why my linebackers aren't getting free at this moment in time. Maybe with the personnel, we want to kind of go backwards. You could also try pinching the D-line. I don't think pinching the D-line is the right answer, but I'm just going to run it a few more times. Usually you can get these linebackers to get free. I'm not sure why they're not working here. But we're routinely getting those players around the edge free. I'm going to try going to a different formation just to see if we could, like a 5 wide. Let's go to just a 5 wide here. Now again, if they were really in 5 wide, you wouldn't really be able to run the blitz because you'd be doing this, but we're just going to see if we can get a different result with the blitz. Because usually you can get the linebackers free. I'm sure you guys have seen it online. I'm not sure why it's not working right now when I start recording, but it usually is fine. So yeah, it does seem like that would be honestly, a little bit worse way to run it. But you guys see the blitz, it's going to be pretty good. It's usually pretty glitchy with the block sheds. Now again, it's not doing us super well right now, but generally speaking, it is pretty solid. We'll try it from a different formation. So again, if you were obviously running it against trips, you would try and run it like this with a little press action. And here's a look at what it looks like when the linebacker gets free. So maybe just changing the formation, but this is what you want. Now, the blitz doesn't have to look like this for it to work, but this is the real look of what you want. Eric Kendricks getting through the middle. It's just the fastest way to get pressure. I mean, it'd be really tough to snap the ball. You'd have to throw it right now to get the ball off in time. Otherwise, you throw it now, you're getting hit. Even then, DeMarcus Lawrence is going to get off that free edge. Get off that edge free, but that is kind of the ideal way. Now, again, it's not going to look like that every time, clearly. We haven't got it much, but it does happen more than you would necessarily think. And again, there you see it. Now, he does get picked up. That's fine. They have a good tackle. But, you know, you can see how, and even Eric Kendricks, no disrespect, he's a slow linebacker, but this is really a look at what you want, ideally. Getting that quick pressure. You press. Now, if you're afraid of getting burned over the top, if you have slow corners, you could shade over the top. I don't hate that. Here, we see a loop. Sam Williams and Odigizua actually both loop free. If Odigizua was a little bit faster, he could have got free. But let's talk about some different adjustments we can do. Because let's say they block the running back. Is this blitz going to work if they block the running back? That's the big question. Could it? Could it not? So it kind of does. Now, it's not necessarily going to work super cleanly. You're not going to really get a person free, but I mean, what it does create is just instant pressure. I mean, you're forcing the QB to move out of the pocket. It's tough to move out of the pocket with these edge rushers here. Could you slide through this hole? Maybe. But again, it's still tough. Like, he's under pressure. And again, by the time he does that, there's nobody really open. You still have your user there that can work on things. So again, with the running back blocked, he gets free, and it's just a lot of pressure. I mean, you're going to get really good sheds in this formation, even if you can't get pressure. Like if they block 7 against your 6-man rush, you should still get decently quick pressure. Coverage adjustments wise, your first kind of basic adjustment, and I would assume you would have an edge rusher linebacker over here, is you could just man up the running back. This is going to allow you to user, kind of whoever you want. Eric Kendricks can still get pressure, so we just rushed 5 people against 5-man protection. We got really instant pressure. So you don't have to rush 6 people. I mean, boom. So against bunch, we were getting both those outside rushers. Now against the trips look, we're getting that inside rusher. So again, just different stuff. Now, I guess B is technically a defensive end. To man him up, you're going to press the D-pad to the left twice, press B up on the right stick, and then RB. Simple. Again, you're going to be usering whoever. So this is an instance where I can help on B if he's on a post route or something. Like if he's on a post route, we don't get pressure. But again, you see we do end up getting pressure. If I could have shaded over the top, why wouldn't have necessarily burnt him on that streak either? So you guys are getting a good idea of that's just your first basic adjustment. Now let's say we want to go heavy zone. I'm going to shade over the top. I may shade outside as well. And we can go 2 curl flats. So we can still blitz those inside guys to get a little bit of pressure. The curl flats are going to do a good job on the running back because the running back's usually going to be on some kind of a flat route. If he's on an angle route, you can still take it with your user. And the curl flats can help out of those. You could manually zone drop those a little bit more, but you saw we got quick pressure there too. I mean, we got the loop from Sam Williams, boom. And that was a 4-man rush against a 5-man protection. So, I mean, clearly the blitz still doing something. So again, you could set these curl flats deep. Now, will they work great? Not necessarily. You could curl flat one side. You want to generally blitz at least 4 to try and get the pressure working. And again, there's instances where I would have had time to make a read, but you're still feeling under duress, and especially if the blitz is getting home to him a lot, he's going to start feeling that pressure very routinely. So it's just going to be in the back of his mind, really, is the big thing. If you wanted to get a little bit more athletic, you could even do little hook curls. You could rush 3. Like here, I'm really just putting my responsibility on that right hand side. We have everybody manned up. We have help on the left, and then I'm worrying more about the routes on the right. And I mean, look, we still got looping, quick pressure, and that was a 3-man rush. So it's just really the easiest way to get pressure at the moment. And again, the blitz setup is so simple. You don't have to be good at the game to really do it. It's 2 adjustments, and the pressing isn't even necessary. All you have to do is slant inside and stand here, and you can get quick pressure all game long. I mean, again, you see there, they didn't glitch through there, but you saw how it almost happened, and it will almost happen a lot. Get fast, athletic guys. No block shedding stats matter. No power rushing stats matter. Fast. Speed is what you want. I like getting height. I like getting kind of skinnier players. Does it really matter? No, but those types of things I think do help out a little bit. And again, what if I wanted to man up the running back with him? You could man up the running back with the linebacker. You could still put the linebacker on a curl flat. Like, I could drop Micah in coverage, but you can get creative like this, and then boom, we still get like some kind of a push, but it's going to throw him off. Maybe he blocks his running back, he blocks other guys, and it's just a situation where he's uncomfortable and you've confused him. So he sends out a heavy man-beating route, and then you have zones over there to help, and now all of a sudden he's in a situation where he's called the wrong play. So run the blitz, obviously more, but mix it up, and you can, of course, even audible to different plays. I could even audible to a complete cover 3. Now it's going to look a little bit different, obviously, like this. So if you wanted to even show blitz, could you? But I mean, cover 1, you could easily run. Like if you audible to a cover 1, then everything still looks the same. You stand over here and you already have a stock cover 1. And then what you could do is you could just go curl flat on one side. You still have 3 people rushing. You have a 3-rec in the middle of the field, and then you're able to just come over here, defend everything. We get decently quick pressure. Now we have good edge rushers, but just things like that can work very well. Overall, if you guys did enjoy the video, please hit that like button, subscribe to the channel down below, and peace. I'm out of here.